Everything you need to know about the DeepSeek model that embarrasses tech giants. Chinese companies have been working for a long time to develop their own artificial intelligence systems since the first appearance of ChatGPT. And although Alibaba presented its model previously, it did not rise to the required level of competition, so the world did not pay enough attention to it. But things changed with the emergence of the DeepSeek model, which caused a huge global uproar that affected all Silicon Valley companies working in the artificial intelligence sector, as the model is described as more powerful and of higher quality than ChatGPT and Gemini. So what is the story behind this model? A supermodel that breaks the rules of the ordinary. The DeepSeek model is owned by a Chinese startup in the artificial intelligence sector with the same name, and although the application was launched last week, its real beginning was several weeks before that. In addition to that, the company is approximately 2 years old, as it was available on a trial basis to users around the world. DeepSeek is owned by Liang Wenfang, one of China's biggest investors in AI and a co-founder of the AI investment fund High Flyer, who founded DeepSeek in April 2023 to pursue the artificial general intelligence, AGI, that all AI companies are currently seeking. In a short time, the app was able to top the Apple App Store as the most downloaded app by iPhone users in the United States, outpacing many American apps in conjunction with the TikTok ban crisis. DeepSeek's model currently operates via a version called R1, indicating that it is the first version of the model capable of competing with OpenAI's more advanced ChatGPT-o1, but at a much lower price per user. DeepSeek costs 50 cents per user per month compared to $20 for ChatGPT's o1 model, and the company attributes this low cost to the fact that the cost of developing and running the model is much lower than competitors. According to the company's statement, the cost of developing the model and its servers was only $5.5 million, compared to the hundreds of millions of dollars that OpenAI, Meta, and Google needed to develop their models. Why is DeepSeek less expensive than competitors? Over the past 3 years, the US government has repeatedly restricted Chinese companies' access to the country as part of economic sanctions, as well as hindering their development of AI technologies due to security concerns. Despite this, DeepSeek was able to develop an artificial intelligence model capable of logical thinking in a short time and at a very low cost, meaning that it did not rely on American chips from NVIDIA and other companies. Pressure caused the service to be stopped. The huge buzz that the model created in record time attracted millions of users to it, to the point that the company temporarily suspended registration processes in the application until services returned to normal, in addition to a fierce cyber attack on the application that caused its services to stop. This confirms that the company did not expect the resounding success it achieved, a success that may increase with the passage of days and the spread of the model more, in addition to providing more services in the model in the future. The fall of American stocks. The artificial intelligence sector is known to be one of the rapidly changing sectors, and the cost of developing its systems was a major obstacle to its development, as it was expected that investments in this sector would reach $1 trillion before the end of the current decade. NVIDIA has been leading the way in this sector thanks to its development of the chips needed to run it, but after DeepSeek, this has become highly questionable. Following the emergence of this model, NVIDIA shares lost 17% of their value, or more than $600 billion, making it one of the biggest losses of the current century, giving up its position as the richest company in the world with a value of $3.5 trillion to become instead $2.9 trillion. The reason for NVIDIA's losses is due to a wave of selling shares by many investors in the company who lost confidence in it because it was no longer necessary for developing artificial intelligence technologies after the emergence of DeepSeek. These losses were not limited to NVIDIA alone but also included Marvell, Broadcom, and TSMC, bringing the total losses in the sector to more than 5%. These losses have caused many American technology companies to enter the war rooms of statements in an attempt to preempt the losses for fear of their occurrence, including Microsoft, whose CEO Satya Nadella came out saying that what DeepSeek did is a familiar phenomenon known as the Jevons paradox, where artificial intelligence develops into a familiar technology.